Hi, my name is Julia Nichols, and my TED Talk is called Take Back Your Joy. To live is the rarest thing in the world. Most people just exist. Oscar Wilde. There is a fine line between living and existing, but the difference is tremendous. It is easy to just exist when there's so much pulling you back down to reality, especially as you get older. But what if someone told you that you didn't have much longer to live? How would you live? What would you do? My dad was diagnosed with a rare form of cancer when he was 45 years old. Sometimes I wonder if the bills, work, and other responsibilities were even important at this point in his life. My dad was the hardest worker I have ever seen. He worked a full-time job, and when he got home, he continued to work. I like to think of my dad as someone who worked hard but played hard. He loved his family and worked incredibly hard for us and always made sure that we had opportunities. My dad was passionate about many things. My dad was a man who never let the grass grow under his feet. After his diagnosis, he rejoiced in life. He worked hard, he played hard, and loved deeper. At the age of 47, he passed away after his 2-year battle when I was 10 years old. Since then, I've spent many days reflecting and picking apart my dad's life to fully understand who he was. I realized that through his actions, he was always trying to teach me that you cannot just exist in this world. You have to live a life that is meaningful to you. My dad showed me 3 ways to do this. Spontaneously do fun activities, treat yourself often, and embrace life. These lessons gifted to me by my dad have helped me fill my life with happiness and wonderful moments, which is what life is ultimately about. One of the lessons that my dad showed me that has been very helpful in my life is that you need to treat yourself in order to bring happiness in your life. This is definitely easier said than done, and I have struggled with this myself. I've had a very hard time dissociating my life with school, and this has left me feeling extremely unfulfilled, and I lost what truly made me happy. At that point in my life, I remembered one of the most important lessons that my dad taught me. I have to take time for myself. My dad worked all the time, but he never failed to take time to do what he enjoyed, like having his favorite ice cream. My dad demonstrated every day that we have responsibilities in our lives that we have to get done, but we can always take time, even for a few minutes, to relish in the moment. We get lost in our responsibilities that have the power to suck joy out of our days. But a few minutes is just enough time to change our perspective and the way in which we look upon our day that allows us to see the joy in the small gifts of life. You do not have to do something vast in those few minutes. It can just be sitting outside in nature, going for a short walk, telling a loved one that you love them, or listening to music. We are capable of filling our lives with what makes us happy, even when we feel like we don't have the time or energy. Doing the little things that make you happy can be a very big game changer to your overall health and happiness in life. Along with treating yourself, my dad showed that you need to embrace life moment by moment. Since we never know how much time we have in this life, the profound act of embracing life from moment to moment is vital. My dad's uncanny ability to seek out the small things that spark joy, no matter how big or small, was a driving force for him every day. The days move by so fast, it is hard to grasp onto these moments of joy. You must make joyful moments a priority, or they just don't happen. We often live our lives by our calendar. They keep us in shackles where we are not able to maneuver freely. We are bound by appointments and obligations, which makes it hard to live our lives fluidly. Although it is possible to avoid this. If you start allotting time on your calendar for something that brings you happiness, you will start to become joyful. My dad showed me that these moments help make us happy, which is what life and living is ultimately about, and it is crucial to grab onto these moments because we do not know when they will stop. The final important lesson that I learned from my dad is that being spontaneous is key to a person's life. My dad was never the kind of person to pass up a fun opportunity. When I was about 7 years old, my dad one night asked me around dinner time if I wanted to go to a San Jose Earthquake soccer game that night. We ended up having the best time together, even while lacking a set plan. It is a memory that I will cherish for the rest of my life. I never realized that this memory would one day mean everything to me. If I had not spontaneously gone with my dad to this soccer game, I would not have one of the happiest memories that I treasure, especially now that my dad is gone. I now understand why my dad lived his life with this mindset and always tried to demonstrate this for his kids. These moments are important to incorporate in your life because they allow you to experience and take in the beautiful moments that you can cherish and hold close to your heart. These precious moments can be the best memories that you look back on in your life. Today in society, happiness is becoming an uncommon aspect in a person's life. According to NORC at the University of Chicago, in 2020, only 14% of the people over the age of 18 nationwide are truly happy in their lives, which is 17% lower than it was in 2018. This means that less than half the people who said they were truly happy in 2018 said so in 2020. Citing from the LA Times, the World Happiness Report finds that a separate measure of overall life satisfaction fell by 6% in the United States between 2007 and 2018. With the recent tumultuous events that have been happening across the globe, happiness in people's lives has been declining substantially. But this can be changed with living with the perspectives and the goals that my dad lived by. Today I sit and wonder, did my dad ask himself, was it worth it? Did I find my purpose? Did I accomplish goals? Did I love enough? Was I loved enough? Should I have done more? When I look back on my dad's life, I witnessed the spontaneous moments, his way of embracing life and treating himself often. I can only imagine he had no regrets except leaving those he left behind. I would like to share a question that I like to think about when I feel lost in existence. What would you do today if you knew you would not be here tomorrow? Thank you.